March 28th, 193 AD. Rome is for sale. Not a building, not land, not slaves. The entire Roman Empire, being auctioned to the highest bidder like a piece of property. The Praetorian Guard has just murdered the emperor. His body is still warm on the palace floor, blood pooling across white marble tiles, and they're already outside selling his throne to anyone with enough money. Two wealthy men are bidding against each other, back and forth, higher and higher.
50,000 sesterces!
20,000 sesterces per soldier, 22,000, 25,000. The bids keep climbing. One of them wins the auction, pays the Praetorian Guard everything he owns, buys Rome, becomes emperor of the most powerful empire on earth through a simple financial transaction. 66 days later, he's dragged through the streets by an angry mob, beheaded in the palace dungeons, his head mounted on a spike for everyone to see. This is the day the Roman Empire was sold at auction, the emperor who bought it with gold, and the price he paid with his life 66 days later. This is 193 AD, the year of 5 emperors, and the moment Rome realized it had a problem it couldn't fix with money or power. To understand how Rome ended up for sale like common merchandise, you need to understand what happened that morning in the imperial palace. Emperor Pertinax has been ruling for exactly 87 days. He's 66 years old, military veteran, respected senator, competent leader, trying to restore order to a corrupt system. And the Praetorian Guard hates him with a passion. Why? Because Pertinax is trying to fix Rome by attacking their profits. He's cutting their inflated salaries, enforcing actual military discipline, ending the corruption and extortion schemes they've been running for decades. The Praetorians have been getting rich off bribes, protection money, and manipulating emperors. Pertinax is shutting down their entire criminal operation. They meet in secret and decide to kill him before he destroys their income stream completely. March 28th, late morning. A group of about 300 Praetorian soldiers storms the imperial palace with weapons drawn. Pertinax hears them coming through the marble corridors. His advisors and bodyguards beg him to run, hide in the gardens, escape through the underground tunnels. He refuses their pleas. He's the emperor of Rome. He'll face them like a man. He won't run from his own guards. The Praetorians burst into the throne room, swords drawn, shields up, ready for violence. Pertinax stands from his throne, doesn't reach for a weapon. Instead, he tries to reason with them calmly, reminds them of their sacred duty to Rome, their blood oath to protect the emperor, their honor as soldiers. One soldier steps forward from the crowd, stabs him in the chest, then another soldier, then another, multiple blades finding flesh. Pertinax collapses and dies on the floor of his own throne room. 87 days after becoming emperor, killed by the very men sworn to protect him with their lives. The Praetorians stand there in silence, looking at the body, blood spreading across the floor, and someone asks the obvious question that's hanging in the air. Who's emperor now? Silence. Nobody has an answer. Nobody planned this far ahead. Then one of them has an idea, an absolutely insane idea that should never work in any functioning government but somehow will. Why don't we sell it to whoever pays us the most? The Praetorian Guard takes the imperial throne itself, drags the golden seat outside the palace, sets it up in the middle of their military camp, and announces to the entire city that they're auctioning the Roman Empire to the highest bidder like it's a piece of furniture. Highest bidder becomes emperor, no questions asked. The price is calculated per soldier as a signing bonus. There are approximately 10,000 Praetorian Guards in Rome. So if you bid 20,000 sesterces per man, that's 200 million sesterces total. Cash payment, up front, no credit accepted. Word spreads across Rome like wildfire. The empire is for sale. The throne is available. And two wealthy men decide they want it badly enough to bid. First is Sulpicianus. He's the city prefect of Rome, high-ranking government official with real administrative experience. And he was Pertinax's father-in-law through marriage. His own daughter just became a widow this morning when they killed her husband. He wants revenge against the Praetorians. He wants the throne to punish them. He starts bidding aggressively. Second bidder is Didius Julianus. He's a wealthy senator, 60 years old, no real military experience whatsoever, never personally led an army into battle, never governed a province, but he's extremely rich from decades of business deals and political corruption, and his ambitious wife convinces him to bid, telling him this is his chance at ultimate power. The auction begins in the Praetorian camp with both men present. Sulpicianus opens with a bid of 20,000 sesterces per soldier, 200 million sesterces total, a fortune by any measure. Julianus immediately counters, 21,000 per man. He's not backing down. Sulpicianus raises his bid, 22,000. He's determined. Julianus goes higher, 23,000. The numbers keep climbing. Back and forth they go, higher and higher. The Praetorians are standing around watching with growing smiles, calculating in their heads, getting richer by the minute as these two idiots compete. Sulpicianus hits 24,000 sesterces per soldier. He thinks he's won. He thinks Julianus can't match it. Julianus pauses, consults with his wife, then makes a final offer that will bankrupt him. 25,000 sesterces per soldier, 250 million sesterces total, literally everything he has, his entire family fortune accumulated over generations, for the throne. The Praetorians look at each other. They accept immediately before he changes his mind. Didius Julianus has just bought the Roman Empire in an auction. They escort him to the palace like he's already emperor, sit him on the golden throne, place the imperial purple robe on his shoulders, crown him Emperor of Rome in an informal ceremony, and then hold out their hands expectantly for payment. Julianus pays. Every single coin, his entire accumulated wealth transferred to the Praetorian Guard. Treasury, the same men who murdered the last emperor this morning and auctioned his job like cattle. And Julianus sits there on the throne, Emperor of Rome, master of the known world, thinking he's won the greatest prize in human history. He has absolutely no idea what's about to happen to him. The moment the citizens of Rome hear what happened, the entire city erupts in chaos. Riots in the streets, mobs burning buildings, people screaming that the sacred empire was sold like common cattle at market. The Senate is furious and humiliated. The actual legions stationed across the empire are disgusted that the Praetorians sold what they fight to defend. And 3 different generals commanding armies in 3 different provinces simultaneously declare themselves the real emperor and refuse to recognize Julianus. One of them is Septimius Severus. He commands the powerful legions on the Danube frontier, tough career soldier, experienced battlefield commander, deeply respected by his men, and absolutely furious that the Praetorian Guards sold Rome like property. He makes a decision. He marches toward the city with his entire army.